Hello guys, it's Jordan from Jordan Orchid Review. Welcome back. Today we'll be doing something special. We will not be doing IEM's video, and today is mostly about this DAC from Fosi Audio. It is purely for gamer. At least this is what I will be covering about. So if you are a gamer, you can stay and watch, or if you are not, please click away from this video. So first of all, thank you Fosi Audio for sending this over. This is a DAC that just coincidentally I also needed this, okay, for my setup. So what is this little thing? Okay, so like I said, this is a DAC, but I'll be focusing on some of the simple aspects from this DAC because I don't really have a lot of in-depth knowledge on setup like this. Okay, DAC usually what I'll be covering is about IEM, but then still, for most of you out there, if you are just a normal gamer like me, you can easily use this, especially if you are an owner of the PS5. So first of all, this DAC can be used for your PC. If you like to gaming, then you can use this because it has headphone out and mic. So most of the time, if you have a good headphone with mic, you can play this, and then also it also have this physical EQ as well. You can turn up the bass, turn up the mids, and this is the volume knob. So everything on this thing is quite solid. The chassis is in metal and is sandblasted CNC. Just the whole thing looks very sturdy. Okay, don't have any shakings components inside, and it has rubber feet below. Behind, we do have the USB-C port over here. This can be powered, okay, purely using USB, so it's quite convenient. USB-C, and we have the optical, and then we have coaxial, and also we have RCA. So most of the time, okay, for me, for maybe some of you guys out there, you might not be using all of this at the back. You might be only using the front one, which is for headphone or for your IEM, and then for your mic as well. So this is how I set up with my PS5 and my desktop as well. So PS5 has a little bit of issue, okay, for some of you out there which have bugged me quite a long time, which is PS5, you don't have a really 3.5, okay, connect to the PS5 or any other way to actually take out the audio except HDMI, okay, except HDMI, which is quite bugged me for quite a long time, because if your screen, okay, if your monitor don't have any built-in speaker, you might not have sound coming out. Okay, if your PS5 is together with your setup with your PC, is using the same monitor, and you don't have a built-in speaker, then you won't have any sound, and you are forced to actually use the 3.5 from here using another headphone or using IEMs. So if you wanted something with speaker, this might be one of your solution, where you can just use the USB-C connected from the back of your PS5, connect to this DAC, and then this DAC can actually, you can plug in your speaker from here, or you can connect to your headphone, which is quite simple. I would say quite simple to use. So now with this on your table, you can have speaker or you can have headphone. So issue with the PS5 as well is that this controller don't have a lot of power. So if you are using I would say slightly better headphone, this might not drive your headphone, so your headphone might be a little bit low in volume. So actually this, I would say Fosi Audio, this K5 actually can power up headphone up to 300 ohms impedance, so you can play your PS5 using a slightly little better headphone, like what I do, which I'm using not a super great earphone but a headphone, but I'm using AKG K371 because I'm not playing competitive game, hence don't have mic set up on it, but then using it on the dongle amp with the DAC amp is actually way more powerful and way more louder. And about the physical EQ on the DAC amp is quite good as well, as in it can adjust the bass as well as the treble. So if you wanted to play something games like having more explosion, you can turn up the bass so you can have a more immersive feeling, or treble, where if you wanted to hear more the conversation clearly, if your game has a lot of storyline, a lot of quest line that have a lot of conversation going on, if you want to hear that clearly, you can turn up the treble as well. So if you don't want it to, you can just put it to the neutral position, where these knobs will stop, okay, at the neutral position at 12 o'clock. So I would say overall for me it's quite useful. So if you're having issue with your maybe PS5 or even PS4, then you don't have a really great sound, or more I would say louder volume from your PS5 or PS4, then maybe you can consider using this little thing here. Okay, it can drive your headphone better, drive your speaker better with your PS5 or PS4, or if you really wanted to use this with your PC, you can use it as well. It don't really I would say compete with a lot of DAC amps out there, so as in musical or sound reproduction. So but then it still does the job. Okay, if you are just purely on gaming, okay, we have this mic as well. So because a lot of DAC amp out there don't have mic, so these have the mic port over here, which is quite convenient to use. So this is all for the simple quick review, I would say impression on this. Okay, if a solution for your PS5 or your PS4 if you like it. So that's all for the video today. Thank you and see you guys.